Hello everybody, this is Tom coming in here with a video, sunny day, Saturday, from a little nice place I actually found. Um, Sort of like a little community garden, but it could be better in terms of the maintenance of the table, but yeah, you see it's a little garden here. Not too bad. And just behind me I saw there was a lot of abandoned building. It looked horrible with a lot of trash, garbage and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with another video here. Just came out from the gym. It's a really nice day. Must be 20-25 degrees most likely. And in this video I think I just wanted to talk about sort of like something that struck me when I was walking to the gym, about how time is really fragile. I am writing an article, but it's actually on another topic, but I kind of touch this every now and then anyway, about how time is really fragile and how it's sometimes it's a misconception. Sometimes we are thinking so linear about time, like you should be able to have all of these things by now and you should be there, and these kind of what is it, like cultural social expectations, they are also kind of enhanced and strengthened as you go to dinners, because yesterday I went to kind of a large group dinner, and for the record I just realized more and more how I'm not good in environments with a lot of people. I just don't I am not antisocial in any way. It's not about that. I just find it difficult a little bit to relate deeper with people who is sitting talking about like what they are doing and about how successful they are, and that is great. I love people who are successful. It's just but we like to talk about ourselves. It's nothing wrong with that. We like simply just like to tell people about. It's a way to connect. I understand that. I just find, well, sometimes I guess it becomes a little bit over the top. So in periods I just kind of fade out a little bit, the fake smiles. Nothing wrong about these people, not whatsoever. I mean, a lot of them, they are really good friends with me. With that said, I just think that I am really turning into, I am definitely turning into some kind of very focused individual. Of course, maybe it's a maturity thing that when you were like in your 20s or something, you just simply didn't think too much about tomorrow. Now that is completely different for me. Now I'm thinking about large perspective worries in a way. Maybe I actually am a very anxious person anyway. I don't feel a lot of anxiety. Well, I did feel a little bit of anxiety yesterday during the dinner, like just sitting awkwardly, fake smiling a little bit. But I'm also genuinely happy for people who speak about whatever they are doing in terms of success and what they are doing, and because there's nothing better to be passionate about what you're doing. I am also in one hand, and I want to build on myself. I want to build on something that that is you, and I guess that connects with time, because like simply applying for a job today is a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's a humiliation ritual, and I've said that before. There's like that mentality of like applying for somebody to, like, please hire me. I have all of these skills. I have went to school here and I have been working there. Most of these things are, I don't know if I should say obsolete, but they are really not I mean, it matters that you have your experience, you've done what you did, that is all good, that is great. But on one hand, it's like these things don't really matter. And a lot of jobs, they don't matter. A lot of jobs is like, okay, what difference did you really make today? What impact did you do? Yeah, on the small scale perspectives, all jobs have some kind of a function, and they serve the purpose because it's in that transaction between. Actually, I talked about this with one of the guys yesterday. It's like you give value because somebody needs something, and it's in that transaction. It's everywhere. That is like very, very foundational, basic economics, to be honest. That you provide something, and you get rewarded for that. But where I lost my train of thought a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Like we are now at the time. What are you gonna do? And for example, what am I going to do? Actually, something larger than that, and then just fulfill some kind of position that just serves someone else for their financial growth, while most people is just struggling to make ends meet. And of course, everything is easier if you grow up in a position where you already have some establishment that you grow into. That is going to be always more beneficial for you. You already have like a cushion, which is really great. And then there's also these things about feeding yourself with the right energies. Yeah, I know it may sound a lot of new age, but I am not new age. I am very realist, but I am also an idealist. I'm very much of a dreamer in a way, but not in some kind of a hippie way. And I'll tell you why. Because I think that dreaming and seeing a vision, or having a vision, a personal vision, and combined with actually feeding yourself with the right energies. And what do I mean with the right energies? Yeah, you obviously working very actively in your subconscious, but first obviously you have to start with the consciousness by doing very basic things, routines, rituals, that will feed your subconscious about where you want to go. Because just being in the status quo and thinking that, everyone has been there. For example, you think that I didn't get this job, and that impacts you, and why can I not just get a basic job or whatever. I tell you why, maybe you are not meant for that. Maybe you are meant to do something else with yourself. That comes down to very much deep, can call it soul searching, can call it trying different occupations, professions. Like you really check down deep into the basement where you may not want to look, because we're all running from something. But once you start to dig deep in solitude, I mean, I'm talking now, you have to be in solitude for a long period of time to actually unfold the horrors. I call it a lot in my writings about walking through the wilderness or walk through the jungle. That is basically meant to visualize or be a metaphor, I guess, or an analogy, to not be afraid of going through something horrific and scary, to awaken something within yourself that you start to realize, okay, this is actually my only option now, and I will go for this no matter what. And then it's not a question, there's not a question whether there is going to work or not work, because there is only this path. And you have your own path. Everyone has their own path. I just don't want to be in a position where I lose out on that path that I can call it meant to do. And that is a very powerful place to be, because suddenly you start to realize who you are. You suddenly start to wash away your insecurities bit by bit. You start to actually realize your strengths. And I'm not talking just strength in terms of what you can provide as a service and provide in terms of technical skills, soft skills, and solutions, like practical solutions. I'm talking deep down, something that you are, it reflects in the world how your life is going to turn out. This sounds maybe to some very difficult to follow here, and it is a difficult thing to talk about and to express what actually this is. But I can tell you, like, I have been through a lot of situations in my life, and this is probably something that I will develop deeper and probably put into writing in the future also. It's just not mature yet. But I can tell you shortly that events that have happened to me and fall out and occurred, it's almost as if I knew that they going to happen previously in my life. And then later when they rolled out and happened, it made so much sense in a, how could I say, it made sense in a logical or even emotional or practical manner. It's like I saw back in time when it rolled out that I knew that this was going to be. Very, very interesting. And I think that has something to do with my personal quest or my personal, also my personal challenges and struggles, where I actually decided that I am going to do this, and it may not happen overnight, but it will happen if I just stick true to this path. Stick true to the path is basically what I'm speaking about. Right now I'm trying to be social and meet up with people and take the time to do it. But yeah, it's a lot of practical things that happens in life right now, and it's a challenge. Life is very mysterious in a lot of ways, partly because of what I'm speaking about here, but also because it's the uncertainty and the challenges, but the fun of it as well, while being difficult. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop it there. Thank you for checking by, and I see you in the next one.